with your next bout of the evening. And now, put your hands together for your first fighter. Please welcome to the cage, Sawyer Thompson.
Sawyer, Pressure Youngin Thompson. I like that. 23 years of age. Again, a guy not too far from here, Alexandria, Louisiana, fighting from the Global Fitness Center. He said he's been training off and on for 7 years. Sawyer Thompson getting ready to make his way down to the cage. He's got a 2-0 boxing record. He's got 3 MMA fights. 4th time he's going to be stepping in the cage.
Yeah, it's always good to see Allen Gray guys getting in the cage, you know, representing here in Louisiana. Sawyer Thompson with a little bit of boxing background. These guys from Global Fighting Alliance, they always come out in the scrap, so you anticipate much of the same from young Sawyer Thompson.
Well, Thompson's got 4 years on Elijah Powell. He'll be about 4 inches shorter. He's got a 1-inch reach disadvantage. So these two guys about the same with the reach advantage, maybe a little bit higher. The punches will be falling from Elijah Powell, but Sawyer Thompson, 23 years of age, getting set to step into the cage for the 4th time here at AKA15. From Pineville High School, cracked his pelvis playing football, and he decided, you know what, that's enough football. I'm going to step in to do some mixed martial arts, and here he finds himself. You're a guy that can relate to that. You didn't get your pelvis cracked. You were out there cracking heads, but you're a guy that moved from the football field into the MMA world, and that's something that you see a lot of guys transition and do fairly successfully.
Yeah, and I got to say, when you're a small guy, it's a lot better to go to compete against somebody in your weight class. So, yeah, I mean, just something that you see a lot here in Louisiana. Guys that play football coming out and fighting.
Sawyer Thompson is into the cage.
Now, put your hands together for his opponent. Here is Elijah Powell.
Elijah Easy Powell. Got the fans behind him already. He's got a big smile on his face. He looks ready to go. The crowd's ready for him as well. He's got a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, a yellow belt in judo, and he's going to be fighting from the Pinnacle Martial Arts Academy. His debut here tonight, 19 years of age. I can't imagine at 19 years of age stepping in the cage, getting ready to do something, you know, that some people deem this scary, right? But a 19-year-old ready to step up. At 19, what were you doing, man?
Shoot. Same thing, getting in the cage and fighting. But I tell you what, it is something that we're seeing more and more often is these young guys, coming out and fighting fights early on, and I think it's great. You know, these guys are in their prime athletically. I mean, look at this kid. He's roaring. He's ready to go, rocking the Marine Corps flag. So you got to think maybe he's gonna roll into the Marine Corps here shortly, or maybe he is a Marine. I'm not thinking so with that haircut, but. Looking good tonight here in Monroe, Louisiana. Looking forward to a fun fight from this young stud.
This weigh-in was interesting yesterday too. There's a little trash talk going on, so we'll be excited to see how they throw down.
You don't see that as often with the amateurs, right? Normally they're kind of a little bit timid, not ready to show off their personality, but you can tell Elijah Powell, just the way he came down the steps right there. This guy's got a ton of personality, and I got a feeling he's going to have some in the cage as well. He doesn't look nervous. He's got the smile. He's walking around back here behind his vibe and dapping people up.
Absolutely. Looks at ease here. Looks like a kid that's been here before. A little sportsmanship there, a little dapped up. Just real quick, this is a fight at 145. The fight previous was a fight at 45. I think these guys are both 35ers. There's a huge difference in the size of those kids.
Fight fans, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts section inside the AKA featherweight division. This fight being brought to you by Sin Vodka. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Sin Vodka blue corner. This man is a position-style fighter representing the Global Fitness Center. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 143 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana, here is the Pressure Youngin, Sawyer Thompson. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the Kush Vibes red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, representing the Pinnacle Martial Arts Academy. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in at 145.5 pounds. Fighting out of Monroe, Louisiana, here is Easy Elijah Powell.
Powell and Thompson, fight number 2. I've never seen a fighter making their debut look more comfortable, more at ease. Just he looks ready to go.
Yeah, I like Elijah Powell's vibe. Here he is, hometown scrap, looking good, looking like he's been here before.
Time to make it all pay off.
Whoa.
There you go.
Fake glove tap to the glove tap. Landed. Interesting set here by Sawyer Thompson, throwing out some funky techniques, herky-jerky with his setup.
Ooh. It is interesting, though, because, you know, sometimes those unique styles work for fighters.
They certainly do. Switching stances back and forth, keeping his hands in a decent position, but strange stuff.
And you can see it with Powell. He's taking a second to try and figure out what he's seeing from Thompson.
And it is strange sometimes when you get out there and you fight a style you've never seen before, and that, you know, it's hard to set something up on somebody that you don't know which direction they're going to move next. So
Elijah Powell talking all the way through this. Every time he checks a leg kick, he's like, nope.
Nice body shot.
Big right hand to the body from Sawyer, sorry.
Definitely can see his boxing working here.
Yeah, Sawyer trying to string combinations together, but big calf kick from Elijah Powell. Nice sharp jab cross. Powell kind of finding his rhythm and his mark here. Big body kick again. Well, Sawyer Thompson's applying pressure, and he's kind of wild with his approach, and it's worked, but it seems like Elijah Powell's kind of finding his rhythm, finding his range here.
Oh, that's a big left hand that lands from Thompson.
Sawyer Thompson really bringing it, you know, funky style and just bringing things from awkward angles.
Look at the ribs of Sawyer Thompson. That last kick to the body really left its mark.
Big knees to the body. Looks like Sawyer Thompson's got double unders trying to score. I kind of don't like that move from Elijah Powell, pulling guard here, though he's going for his guillotine. You know, here we are. Now we got Sawyer Thompson on top of us. It was a close round.
"30 seconds left here in round number 1 between Thompson and Powell.
Sawyer Thompson just making it awkward here, trying to find his posture so you know he's going to rain down some punches as soon as he postures up. And you're right, look at that big raspberry on Sawyer Thompson's rib. One of those kicks landed true.
And those knees come right behind it too, man. And I think that I heard him earlier.
Yeah, he kind of buckled when that second knee hit him.
This is a nice armbar attempt here from Elijah Powell. 10 seconds left. Let's see if he can survive. Nice stuff.
Thompson punches his way out of there.
Sawyer Thompson just kind of an awkward guy. Like even he goes to help him up and then doesn't quite help him up. He went for the glove tap and didn't quite tap him. I'm not sure if he's doing anything on purpose or if he's just out there scrapping, doing his best, but I like it all the same.
Certainly a different style. And that was an exciting first round. Each fighter doing a couple of good things there in that first round. You think maybe that takedown scores that round for Thompson?
Yeah, you have to think the takedown scores the round for Thompson. Even though there was a good armbar attempt, it's a close round. But I don't know. Elijah Powell needs to come out, do the same thing, maybe keep his range a little bit, take his time. Don't get mixed up in the chaos so much because Sawyer Thompson, that's where he wants to be. He wants to be in that chaos.
Creator of chaos, Sawyer Thompson.
Yeah, definitely throwing a lot of, you know, crazy punches, but they landed, you know.
Just things from weird, you know, a strange set and then coming with something big.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Let's keep it rolling. Hey, Sawyer Thompson looks a little tired though. Big deep breath. Woo, he brings it.
Round number 2 between Powell and Thompson. Look, he's trying to
covered
protect
the ribs
that
already.
ribs. Yeah, he got hurt, man. It's a big right over the top.
Man, he's chunking bombs. And again, there you see Sawyer Thompson trying to create that chaos. And Elijah Powell able to pick up some nice shots in there, move his head offline, hit him with some good stuff. He needs to keep that space, buy himself some more time here.
Each fighter wearing a little damage. You can see the mark under the left eye of Powell. You can't miss the spot on the ribs of Thompson.
And Thompson coming out kind of like covering that spot too, strangely. I mean, it looks like it hurts.
It looked like it worked though, because he threw a big right hand over the top, almost like lulled him to sleep, and then hit him with a big right. It was a nice move.
Pretty,
Yeah, a little cheeky
worked
attempt,
out for him, yeah. Like, hey, don't kick me in the rib. Bang, big right hand. Ooh, that was right to the cup. My Lanta. That was right to the cup.
Yeah, I don't think the referee saw it.
And again, here we go, Elijah Powell. I want him to fight this takedown off. Don't pull guard unless you know you're about to finish. He took a shot to the cup. There is no doubt about it, but you got to fight through. Sometimes the ref doesn't see it. Again, back to what we saw from the fight previous. Like, it's good that Elijah Powell throwing up a nice triangle here. Maybe he can finish this with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I was about to get on to him for playing too much guard, but sometimes guys that play a lot of guard, they're good at it, and that's the reason they do it. This triangle, it looks like it could be finished, but Elijah Powell's going to have to adjust it if he's going to want to get the finish here. If you can see, it's really on his foot here, kind of makes for a loose triangle. If Elijah Powell can make the adjustment, maybe he can finish, but right now, he's just running the clock. Sawyer Thompson's running clock.
.40 seconds left here in round 2. Sawyer Thompson on top, but Powell working on this triangle.
Yeah, and I think Sawyer Thompson's doing the right thing, like applying the pressure. But Elijah Powell's got to create his angle. He's got to adjust his hips. He's got to scoot off. He's got to create some space because he's got him in a triangle here, and it's locked up. And if he had the proper squeeze, he could finish here. But with 14 seconds left, it doesn't look like he's working towards the right position to get the finish here. But again, how do you score this round? You know?
It's going to be interesting.
Sawyer Thompson stands up, gasping for air. Tough fight, you know, these guys are scrapping back and forth.
I think the big punch that was landed came from Sawyer Thompson right here. He kind of protected that rib and then lands the right hand. And, you know, continue to throw, trying to piece together a combination. A little wild with it,
and look,
but then he goes for the takedown.
Yeah, Elijah Powell, he wore it well. He took the right hand and came right back.
Counter.
It was a big shot, and then big knee right to the cup. Sometimes it's not easy to see those things. They happen fast. It's bang bang, but you can't allow it to dictate the rest of the fight. You know, you take a shot to the cup, you gotta dig your underhooks, you gotta get going.
One observation I see right now, the gas tank for Elijah Powell looks to be a lot more full at this point than Sawyer Thompson. He's got one fighter gasping for air, and Powell appears to be okay in that regard.
But that is one of the advantages of these being 3-minute rounds, because Sawyer Thompson could be up 2-0, and even though he doesn't have as good a gas, maybe he does look tired. 3 minutes, push into him. Yeah. You might still be able to steal this round. Sawyer does look tired, but he's going to come out here and scrap still.
Oh, absolutely.
And Elijah Powell doesn't look like he's breathing heavy, but his movement is a little slower. Things are a little more laborsome.
Well, when you make your debut, you gas out emotionally a little bit early on, too. That's something, you know, you're making your debut, you got the fans behind you.
Yeah. Well, they call it an adrenaline dump, you know. There's so much excitement. You imagine this moment so much, and then we get here, and you got somebody standing in front of you that's throwing punches at you with malintent. It's not an easy thing to deal with. Elijah Powell doing a great job. Sawyer Thompson putting on the pressure. Still scrapping out here.
Yeah, there's no way to really duplicate that adrenaline dump or explain it to someone. You just have to experience it.
Absolutely. And as we talked about in the last fight, you know, that guy had 6 years of experience. Elijah Powell. Look, those knees hurt Sawyer Thompson. When Elijah Powell's able to create some space and put those knees, Sawyer does not like it. That's why they're hugged in so close right here. Again, like we've talked about before, Elijah's got to get active with his defense. He can't just be okay with being in this under-over position. You know, he's got to dig that underhook, shuck him up, get him off his hips, break his grip, turn his hips off, and get back to work. Even here, he's kind of sitting down. He's sitting into the takedown.
Yeah.
So Thompson's able to get him to the ground here.
Thompson's still putting that pressure on, man. He's still got some gas in the tank.
But I really believe that if Elijah just got active here, he might be able to get himself into a position where maybe he could cause some damage, finish, do something, take the round. Right now, sure, he's not losing the position, but he's not winning it either.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'd like to see him slip that arm out and land some elbows there potentially.
Look at his facial expression. Huh?
Got to get active with our defense. We got to dig our underhooks. You know, we can't just sit here with an over-under position or attempt the submission, do something, but we can't just sit here and hope the ref is going to separate us.
This is another, you know, situation where not knowing exactly what to do in this position, possibly, or being just sitting there, man. It's not something you want to do.
Looks like he's jumping his guillotine now. If he can get his hands together. Looks like Elijah Powell wants to get his hands together, and he's giving him the arm in guillotine, but not giving him the arm out guillotine. And looks like Elijah Powell prefers the latter of the two.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship there at the end for these two amateur fighters. Maybe not quite the way Powell envisioned it at the start.
You know, but that's why you come out and you fight the fights.
Yep.
Young guys come out and scrap, you know. Again, a good evenly matched fight, even though Sawyer has a little more experience. Elijah Powell, you saw some good stuff from him, good stuff in the knees, from the knees. This is why we come out and we fight the fights. These are two young guys that both got better tonight, and, you know, great performance. Neither one of them has anything to hang their head out, but let's make the adjustments. Let's get back out here. Let's continue to fight and continue to progress. That's all I can say.
Kind of a tough fight to score, though, to be honest. You could have the first couple rounds could potentially have gone either way. I've got Sawyer Thompson out in front here, though.
That's what I got too.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious mixed martial arts action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this fight the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the blue corner, the pressure-loaded Sawyer Thompson.
Sawyer Thompson picking up his second win